Okay, U.S. history people, we are going to begin an activity today called Escape Room, War of 1812. Dun, dun. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? Now, these directions are primarily for the virtual people who chose not to be with us today, but they can also be used as a resource for the people who are live. Now, I'm going to walk you through this as best I can in this way, but there's a couple points I want to make. The first one is ignore all links that you may see unless it was posted by me on Canvas. Separate. Do not click on any other links, because if you record your answers there, I will not have access to them and you will not get credit. So please, please, please follow the directions. Now, this is an activity I've not tried with students before, but Mrs. Marino and I went over it a bit to organize it, and then I asked for Mr. Webb's input on a couple things, and he, in his own words, was geeked out about it. It has math, it has problem solving, and it obviously also has some history. So here is how we're going to walk through this. The directions are: a time machine has brought you back to the War of 1812. Unfortunately, upon arrival, you find yourself in the middle of the Battle of New Orleans, and you accidentally got separated from your ride home. In order to escape, you must use your knowledge of the war to find your way back to the time machine. Answer the questions at each level and be sure to record each answer. Once all 4 questions have been answered, use the decoder to progress to the next level. You must hurry and return back home before you remain trapped forever. So what you are going to get in class and digitally are the following things. You will get a series of questions, level 1 through 5. Right now, I just have the level 1 questions for an example. You'll get the level 1, level 2 problems you have to figure out. And there's some directions on how to do it. Then this is where you're going to record your answers, and you'll get this in hard copy. At home, you can copy this down, just list Q1, D1, or you can just print this out. What I suggest you do is write these answers that you're going to get in pencil, because if you don't do them in pencil and you make a mistake, it'll just look a lot messier. It could get confusing for you. So here's what you are going to do. The first thing that you are going to do is you're going to answer these 4 questions. So level 1, the first question, and this is Q1, question 1. What president signed the Declaration of War against Great Britain on June 18th, 1812? The answer is James Madison, A. Next question, question 2. Why did the United States go to war with Great Britain? Was it A, British support of Indian tribes? B, American sailors were forced to serve in the British Army? C, trade restrictions placed on the United States by Great Britain? Or D, all of the above? The answer is D, all of the above. For level 3, or question 3, level 1. What act passed by Congress in 1807 stopped all foreign trade and helped to spark the war? Was it A, Free Trade Act, B, Embargo Act, C, Stamp Act, or D, Non-Intercourse Act? It is B, Embargo Act. Question 4, level 1. What name was given to members of Congress from the South and West who wanted a war with Britain? Was it A, War Eagles, B, War Falcons, C, War Hawks, or D, War Birds? The answer is C, War Hawks. So now, your 4 answers here that you would put, here are A, D, B, and C. But now we need the codes. So how do we get the codes? Well, now that we have the letters in the order, we're going to go here. Level 1, A. Now, you could do this just by trying to follow the line and hope you're right, and A is 4. But you have to answer the questions as well. So it's A4. Now, it's not A, B, C, D. The order is A. The second question was D, so that's 2. The third question was B, and then the fourth was C was 2. So now you have those, and you would have put right here 4, 1, 3, 2. Now that brings you to the link. So you would go to this link then. And you could do this and just wait until the end if you'd like to. And I would probably recommend it so it saves it. But when you get to the end, you put in your name, first and last. I'm just going to say Mr. G. You hit next. Now, we said the code was 4132. I'm going to change it and say it's 4123. 4123. Oh, that's wrong. That means that I got at least one of those answers right or wrong, and I have to go back and figure it out. But let me put the correct one in. 4132. Does that work? Yes, it brings me to the next one. So now you would go to the next set of questions here, which would be the level 2 questions, and you would answer those. Then you would go back to level 2 and try to figure out this puzzle. What is A? What is B, C, D, and so forth. Once you get all those answers done and you've filled in this chart, you need to go back and take these codes that you have and start entering them here like we did before. If you get the right code like we did here, it will allow you to move forward. If you get the wrong code, go back, it will tell you keep trying. That means you have at least one question wrong and you cannot move ahead until you get them in the right order. When you are all done, it is going to give you a code that you will enter here, or you will share with me. I haven't figured out how we're going to do this yet for the virtual people, but you're going to have that code and you have to give me the correct code. Otherwise, you did not do it correctly. So, guys, the key thing is only use the code, this link that I am going to send to, or I'm going to put on Canvas for you to utilize. Do not use the links that are in these documents. Like if you clicked on this link, you're going to enter your answers, but I'm not going to have access to it, so it's not going to count for you. This explains how you do it. How do you solve level 1? And this would be for each level. So each level works in the same fashion. First, solve the answer to the 4 multiple choice questions. Then use the A, B, C, D answers with the decoder for that level. So in this example, the answers to level 1 in order are A, D, B, C. A is 4, D is 1, B leads to 3, C leads to 2. Here's the code that we put in. The other puzzles are solved the same way. Now, we're going to start working on this on halfway through the class, roughly, on Friday for day 1, people, and halfway through the class for day 2, people, on Monday. This will be due by the end of the week. You can have any time you need to work on this, and you can partner up with somebody if you want to work on this, or you can do it alone. It can be done either way. I think you'll have fun with this. Obviously, some of these questions, we have not quite gotten to the War of 1812, so you're going to have to look the answers up to these questions on your own using McGraw-Hill. You can Google them, whatever you need to do to get the answers to these questions. I think you'll enjoy this. I think you'll learn something. It'll be challenging. And let's be honest, it's something different that we can do as we go through this unit. If you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to me, but please read the directions as you work on this. Good luck, and well, we'll see how you do. Have fun with it.